Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Aurora 4X. We are still busy terraforming Essentia and doing some geological surveys to find some awesome rocks in our new system. Oh, we got some upgrades, new space liner got built. That's for like touristy passages. We can get a lot of money from people using that just by taxing them as they arrive at different places. Significant medical problems. It was the commanding officer of some ship somewhere. Civilian mining colony has expanded some more. So that's just more tax money because that civilian mining colony is not one we're particularly concerned about. And it is mining out. Wait, Chernik? I must have been looking at something else last time. Oh, so I was thinking Cromlin before. Yeah, so Chernik doesn't have a whole lot of time. Oh, we're buying that production right now. Hold on. We're buying this, and they're out of most things. I had not realized that. We need to no longer buy their production. There we go. Because there's not enough rocks on Chernik for it to be worthwhile anymore. We're paying too much. Now we'll just tax them instead. I mean, sure, certainly there's still some duranium, but it's less than 1 accessibility, so we're really paying way too much. If it was our own automated mines, I would probably just leave them there and not worry about it. But if we're paying per civilian mine that aren't producing very much, not worthwhile. Okay, there we go. Another Gabook class terraformer has completed. So I'm going to split this off into its own task group. And tell you what, this time, just to test things out, I'm going to tell you, jump through Wolf 359 and just move to Essentia over here. We're going to test to see if that properly updates the terraforming rate, and it should, and then we'll combine the two task forces, and that should probably work okay. So we're currently terraforming at a rate of 18.75. So when the other ship arrives, we should go up. Okay, civilian ships are being scrapped and rebuilt. More freighters. Kind of wish it didn't pause all the time for those, and I don't know if there's a way you can customize that. There's like a filters in the event list. But it's just hide, unhide. Like, but I don't know if disable jump to event when it's clicked. No. Yeah, I don't think that's what we're looking for. So I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to break anything though. I'm worried about that, so I'm just going to leave it be for now. All right, fleet movement initiative rating sounds good. Faster fleets are good. But right now, I'm just excited about the fact that we are still working towards colonizing our first extrasolar planet. How are you doing anyway, Essentia? You got to be coming really close here. Laggy. Come on. Show me the environmental view. Thank you. Oxygen at 41%. And the Gabook just finished. Let me just close and reopen this so that it refreshes the view. So it should, yeah, 24 orbital terraformers. So that is now the correct amount. Now, out of curiosity, if I tell the Gabook standalone fleet here to join Terraformer Task Group number 1, and just skip ahead 1 hour, because it should be instant. Do you still register the correct number of orbital terraformers? You do. Okay. So yeah, it's just the merging doesn't update that number properly. Alright. Look at this. Like, it is terraforming at a really incredible pace right now, which is wonderful. We'll be able to terraform some other stuff. I don't think there was anything else in the Wolf 359 system we were interested in terraforming. I think when it's done, it's going to go over to the Leuten system and start some work over there. Okay, Venus civilian mining. Actually, I'm still excited about buying the stuff there. Venus still has lots of good stuff to purchase. Divisional headquarter tech is done. Haven't done much in the way of the ground combat stuff, so I'm not entirely sure how important or relevant or whatever that is, but, you know, it's probably a good idea to pick that up. Again, colonization cost reduction is not the thing that we're looking for in general. Still looking to, like, maybe unlock more types of assault things, or just more ground forces. Strength might be nice for later, but I don't know. I think we might be okay for now. We could reduce the colonization cost of Mercury, which may be vaguely helpful. But I think the thing to do now is actually to just go and pump more labs into our overall terraforming rate. I think we can move up towards that. Now, we're not building anything on Earth anymore, right? Should I continue building labs? Well, I'm going to take a look at our stockpile of... Yeah, see, Mercasium. If I built another 10 labs, we'd be out of Mercasium. And I'm a little bit uncomfortable about completely running a resource dry. So I think I might hold off on that. What I'm going to go and do is build some more deep space tracking stations, just so that we can get some extra sensors around Earth, because that might be helpful. So we're going to get a handful of those. Oh, and then I think Earth is going to start building more automated factories again. So now we're talking about 12,000 corundium. If I build 100 more, that's 12,000 corundium, which eats into our supply a fair amount, but not that much. And of course, more automated mines mean we can get more corundium a little bit easier if we set them up. And I know there's more demand. We've got more jobs out there for it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're not building any ordnance right now, and I think I'm generally feeling comfortable about it. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to build any more terraforming installations. One thing I could do is we could pre-build some ship components. What's interesting about pre-building them here is that you're building them using your industrial capacity as opposed to your shipyard capacity, and that would be pretty nice. I'm not sure what we're going to need, though. Like, we don't necessarily want to build something that is going to turn out we don't want. That being said, I think we are going to build some fuel haulers, including like fuel tankers that are going to be hauling things to our combat fleet. And I think they're going to want some CWIS systems, maybe a couple each. So let me build like 4 of those. And obviously they're going to want fuel tanks. Oh, it doesn't look like I can build fuel tanks. It's you only build systems you design, maybe. But I could have pre-built some terraforming modules. That might have been a thing. What else might be a thing we're going to end up using at some point? I'm not sure. Looks like damage control isn't something you design. I don't know if we'll be using it or not. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to build more missile fire control system. At some point in the future, we'll probably want some orbital habitats, but it's probably too early to build that. Pre-build some ship launchers. No, these missile launchers, we're probably going to have different variants of these that can fire faster or have more efficiency. Troop transport bays, actually. Let's build at least 5. Because at some point we're going to want a troop transport ship, and you want to build those with 5 bays. I'll just build the 5 for now, and we'll call that good enough. And it'll save a little bit of production time in the future. Oh, I could pre-build a couple of sorium harvesters. Or actually more than that, because I think we've got a big bunch per. Let's pre-build them. They'll definitely get used at some point. In fact, we might want to build a lot more than this. Sorium harvesters themselves are actually really cheap to build. It's probably not going to actually save us that much production time, but let's go ahead and like pre-queue up like 50. And I'm actually going to go and drop the deep space tracking down the queue. It's not as critical. We'll do the automated mines first. It'll help us continue to get more minerals, which is going to be happy making. Automated mines have started on Earth. Lovely. Yeah, right. I could have pumped that up. Actually, I don't think I could have ordered it to start instantly. Could have just skipped ahead an hour so that it would have started sooner, but it might have started on a subtick anyway. I'm not sure. More civilian mining. Let's take a look at Venus and make sure that we're still happy, because we are buying the goods. We are. There's enough stuff on here to be worth buying. Yeah, it's only 1.6 availability, though. I'm starting to wonder, I mean, we're still making money, so I guess it's still worth buying the production from Venus. But at a certain point, it might not be worth the cash. It's still going to be worth leaving our automated stuff over there, but it might not be worth the money anymore. Oh, here's a question. Did our mass driver ever arrive on Essentia? Yes, it did. So our civilian ships shipped a mass driver out to Essentia. In fact, I have it set to not show me civilian contacts, which is why I didn't see the ship over here. But we're probably going to want that. Now, one of the things I can't remember, Essentia had some rocks, right? Not much. Not much, but it's probably, it does have a huge quantity, just not a huge availability. It's only at 1.7. But I think it's going to be worth doing some localized mining over here. So let me go ahead and ask for like 50 automated mines to be dropped off over here. It's not necessarily the highest priority spot, but it's still going to be nice to get a few mines over there. And then Essentia can start to accrue some of its own minerals even before we set up the rest of our structure over here. So I'm just waiting at this point for our geological survey team to finish its geo-survey of wherever I left it. I probably put it on a moon or an asteroid or something with very low gravity, which means that it will take a very long time for it to complete its job. But it'll complete it at some point, and we're not literally in a hurry about finishing all the surveys here in the Wolf 359 system. Political reliability of going up. All right. More civilian mining complexes, which these places are just giving more cash, helping to pay for the rocks we're buying from Venus. Things are definitely getting slower per turn. That's probably because of our civilian fleet, because we don't have any non-player races going around right now. So the only slowdowns come from us, and it's probably just the civilian stuff. How are we looking here? Getting there. Okay. New freighter. New civilian freighter, that is. And no one rests on Mercury. That's going to keep going back and forth. Oh! Jump Gate Construction Task Group completed its orders. I think that is literally all of our jump gates complete. So I'm just going to tell them, yeah, so all the systems here. So just go to Earth. And then refuel on Earth, and we're going to have you wait there. And Task Group Construction 2. Are you still building stuff? No, you're just hanging around at Earth at well. Okay. Soon we will open up to another system, but I mean, it'd be more exciting if I did. But it would be a huge risk, and right now it's very unnecessary. Severe medical problems forcing them to retire. What was your previous assignment? Unassigned. Okay. Gets cropped here, which is too bad because it's a really useful piece of information. Because every now and again we'll have a colony leader or something like that die on us, which is not great. New civilian ships. Oh, someone's been killed, but they weren't assigned to anything, so that's good. Well, I mean, a death of anyone is bad, but as long as it's someone useless, I'm not going to cry over it. More civilian mining. Complete a research into thermal reduction. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send more labs over here. Yeah, we are shaving about a week off per, so may as well do that. I'm going to complete it in February of next year. And the magnetic confinement fusion drive is coming up really soon, too. One thing that people gave advice for when we designed our ships last time is you shouldn't have just one engine on a military ship because a lucky hit could take out the engine. That's a good point. So 2 slightly smaller engines, which is less fuel efficient, might be safer. And in fact, you know, a quad design might be even better than that. Project leader, K. Civilian ship, K. Joel Kent is getting really good at teching up. 60% bonus, which is multiplied by 4 if he's working on his own specialty, is great. New people, new freighters. Tempted to go in 30-day chunks. I know it's less optimal, but I don't know, man. So I think we still have a huge demand for automated mines, like way more than we actually have. Because, I mean, I asked for 50 over here, but I'm sure a lot of the other little mining colonies still have a demand for some. In fact, there might be some that have never gotten one yet. I could check the list next time we pause here and see. God, Essentia must be so close at this point, because we are terraforming quite quickly. I mean, I guess these are only 5-day chunks. It is going much slower compared to the start of the game. It's all the civilian stuff. Civilian ships are basically like cats in this game. The Dwarf Fortress cats that can get some FPS slowdown. Okay, there we go. The Bradley Patterson survey team finished their survey. So, if I click on that in the log, and then zoom in so that we've got the correct moon selected right over here. So again, they have their own private shuttle. So I'm going to disband that. Now, what I want to do is, in the Wolf 359 system, let's start with that really, really sexy moon. Which one was it? Okay, this one here. Sexy, but really, really low accessibility right now. So I'm going to put together the best possible geological survey team, even if it means pulling people off of another role. Oh, there's no one with like a high 65? Maybe we got a death or something. So you are the CEO of the Dead Meat. No, we're going to pull you off of there. That's fine. You command the destroyer Ito. No, we don't. Or, yeah. Don't need you there. This scientist, we're going to grab you. Don't need you. As long as it's not like a civilian ship or civilian colony. So we're going to do that. Create a team. 149 rating is pretty good. And we're going to have them hopefully find a better accessibility thing going on here, or if they could find me a whole bunch of tritium or gallicite, or tritanium, I should say, tritanium or gallicite here, even with low accessibility with another big number, that might not be too bad. Let's cross our fingers, though. So it's back in the Wolf system, because I'm really excited about the possibility of that being a great planet. In fact, I'm wondering if I should wait until we've got an even better trained crew before I send them there. Actually, let's do that. Hold on. I've changed my mind, just like that. I'm going to pull our team, oops, off of this. And I'm going to put them just somewhere else for some training instead. Create team. Now, I think they can still level up with the disbanding and so on and so forth. I think it's like a random tick every 5-day cycle or whatever. While they're doing it, they have a chance to spot it. I don't think, you know, forming them and disbanding them is a problem. What tech did we get? Probably on the previous tick, actually, we got the tech. Oh yeah, there you go. The 15 centimeter meson weapon. If I add some labs, are we still... We're saving like half a week now. Not as much of a big deal. There we go. Definitely give some more labs over there. That'll be quite a bit better. Want those new engines. Alright, let's hope this team can get some training while they're out here. I mean, I do want all the stuff in Wolf 359 scans, so they're doing something useful. Hamilton Carrier Services got another fuel harvester. I think we're building our own, right? Well, we've stopped producing the Gabuk class. Come on, shipyard tasks. On Earth? Wait. Did we finish a ship and I missed it? That doesn't sound like me at all. Right here! Fuel harvester. Detached to your own task group. We are going to... we're going to rename the task group to... Fuel harvester Wolf 359. Task group 1. So I know where they are. Because they're mostly just going to go there. So your job is going to be... So right now you're 10% fuel, which is exactly how you're designed. Because they're designed to be a tanker. They just launch with 10% fuel by default. I think it's because they're a tanker or that they have the fuel harvesting module, but I think it's just flagging them as a tanker will do that. And we're totally happy with them starting with that. So we're going to have you jump through Wolf 359. And then we could probably just start giving you orders here. Because you should have move to gas giant with Sorium. Then you're going to have a conditional thing. When your fuel tanks are full, you're going to load 90% of your fuel at a colony. And then presumably your default order will take yourself, you'll click back in with this default order. The problem is there's also this one, unload fuel at colony and move to Sorium gas giant. I don't think we need both. I'm going to go with this. We'll find out. And after 4 years, we'll, something will happen. We'll see what it is. We're also going to give it another order. If there are hostile active ship contacts in the system, please... what would we want to tell you? We're going to tell you to, refuel at colony. Basically, just force them to run back to the colony. Then their other thing, because they'll have fuel tanks full, will go. And they'll just sit there, loading and unloading fuel over and over, which is a little bit derpy. There might be a better way to do it. There's not just a move to colony, though. Move and stay there while you're there. So I think this is going to be fine. Refuel at colony when there's an active ship. So it'll move slowly, but it will slowly move towards presumably a safer planet. I don't know, unless we got some extra defenses in the area. In any case, I think this is going to be a perfectly fine task list. So I'm telling it to manually move to Wolf 359, and it's going to jump in right here. So I'm curious what that's going to look like. I think it's going to tell us when it completes its orders and then start its manual thing. I'm not sure. Of course, it moves very slowly. Where is... It moves very slowly. Fuel harvester right over here. I filter out the civilian ships. Don't think it's going to increase the speed of doing this, but it's going to be slightly less annoying. Okay, you know what? 30-day turns. It's not going to process that much faster, because it's going to take longer to process the 30-day tick. Is it staying centered? I guess so. Probably because we still have that other window open. That's nice. Okay, so here's going to be the jump point. New civilian colony ships, okay. Jump gate construction task group 1 finished its orders, which was to refuel at Earth, so it's going to do that. Should turn off the auto turns here. Okay. So now it's going to automatically move the Sorium site at Wolf 359A6, which should indeed, if we look at our mineral map here, and we look at Sorium, is indeed the correct one. Wolf 359A6 is our gas giant, so it's going to move into orbit there, and it's just going to sit there and suck up fuel, which is wonderful. It's currently still at 10% fuel, so it hasn't hardly used any. It does have a massive fuel tank, so 10% fuel is still way more fuel than most people have. I'm going to go back to 30-day turns. This is just apocalyptically slow. Automated mines completed on Earth. Now, on Earth, there shouldn't actually be that many. No, there are. It's 115. Oh, we probably aren't offering it up. I forgot about that. So we have 115 automated mines on Earth. We have to say, of course, that we supply this so that it gets shipped out somewhere. Earth, you are down to 3 mass drivers? No, you have 8. So I can actually change this one here. Let me cancel that and say instead that we have 7 mass drivers on supply, if anyone should want one, which is going to be relevant soon. But those automated mines should get picked up soon. Now, if I wanted to build more automated mines, yeah, if I built another 100, that would use up all of our remaining corundium. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this queue here. That's going to be fine. But then we'll ask for something like 50 more automated mines, which will use up half our remaining stockpile of corundium. But hopefully, we're going to start producing corundium. In Wolf 359, do we have a big source of corundium? I think that was one of the things that sort of sucked a little bit more. And that's not bad, but there's nothing else on this rock. This, okay, we are planning a colony over here. And we are planning a colony here. We have lots of corundium. We will mine it slowly, but we don't have to be afraid of actually running out of corundium. Well, especially when you consider this moon here. We'll have a very slow trickle of it, but it will continue to happen. This moon's really not bad. We'll probably go ahead and mine it out. In fact, let me go and create a colony there so I remember. Decent accessibility of 2 things. Not huge, but it's okay. And this asteroid, actually, is definitely going to be a priority. This one here really is just corundium and boronite. The rest don't count, but we may as well mark it because we know that we need more corundium for more automated mines. I think people refer to this stage of the game as the corundium crunch. You will run out of corundium at some point. We finished our improved terraforming rate research. Hello, that's wonderful. Group by function. Essentia. Wow, almost 10% of an atmosphere per year, which is just really, really good. And yeah, we're about to hit, oxygen's about to go below 30%, which is going to be great. Right now, the planetary suitability is at 1.9. That's just because we have the 5% discount of colony cost. I mean, we could have shipped some infrastructure over here and started getting some people, but I'm really happy with just waiting here. We're using all of our infrastructure on Mercury. Actually, that reminds me. Hey, Mars, how you doing infrastructure-wise? You have none left, which is great. Which is really good. Yeah, we're not mining this stuff. You have huge numbers of corundium. If we were worried about running out of corundium, we could start mining it out very slowly on Mars, but like, the efficiency would be terrible. That being said, one thing we could do, because Mars has a population, is we could build regular mines and ship them out here. We would use a lot less material. I can't remember the ratio. I think we can build, is it 2 to 1? So automated mine needs 120 corundium. A regular mine needs 60. Yeah, it's 2 to 1. Now, Earth, you still have some stuff. Yeah, I tell you what. I'm going to cancel these automated mines. We're going to get 100 regular mines, which is still only going to use... There we go. Which is still only going to use half our supply of corundum that's left over. Let me move this up, higher up the queue. We'll finish the troop transport bays, that's fine. And right away, I'm actually going to offer up. I'm going to say, listen, we have 50 regular mines here on Earth that I'm going to offer. And Mars is going to demand 50 regular mines. Right? I set that up correctly. Regular mines. Mars wants regular mines. Good. Does it have a mass driver? It does. And it should be configured. Okay, it's not yet, but we'll have it configured to point to Earth. Does Mars already have some mines? Oh, it already has 50 normal mines. Okay, so we're already doing that. I hadn't really noticed. But yeah, I want to do more than that. I want to continue having this, this slight little trickle. We're going to try to get their mining production to around, if we can force it, to around 5K. You know, targeting the approximate correct amount for mass driver, for a single mass driver here. Because we may as well. It's going to be expensive. We're going to need a lot of mines to get that up there. But it's going to be better than running out of corundum. And at least we can build regular mines here, as opposed to automated mines. So we can build twice as many. It's going to keep the population busy, and that's okay. Research labs. Oh yeah, our terraforming finished. Now, the next level of terraforming is what? 150,000. Yeah, that's pretty intense. Yeah, we're only shaving off a few days at a time there. What about the research rate? Okay, well worthwhile. Well, worth a few more labs. There we go. So we'll do that. Excellent. Okay, 30-day chunks over here. Fuel harvester, still moving towards that gas giant. Bunch of inactive research labs, because we just finished tech and we didn't have anything else queued. Oh, geosurvey completed. That asteroid, we changed the accessibility from 0.9 to 1 of something, which isn't a huge change, but it is nice. And again, I'm hoping that they level up their skill. That would be particularly wonderful. So, which one was it with the team? Oops. There it is, right here. And again, we'll have their own private shuttle, shuffle them around. So I think I was going down the list here to find things that had some rocks. There we go, and it hasn't been surveyed. So, geology team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I think they did level up. Great. Weren't that 149, so now they're at 159? I'm pretty sure that's true. And I did assign the labs? No, I did not. Still shaving off a fair amount of time pretty quickly over there. I mean, maybe I want to prioritize the research rate first, but I don't know. Engine's pretty good too. Although we might not use them right away. Oh! We stopped adding gas to Luna. I don't think that actually paused it for us. That's really annoying. Of all the things... Well, maybe it did. I don't know. Let me go ahead and background color this. This is like... You know, pay attention to that one. So Luna, over here, with just its ground-based installations, now has 0.1 atmospheres of oxygen. Great. Let's get started on the greenhouse gases next. I'll assume 0.1. It probably stops before then, but we'll see how it goes. I'll have to increase their temperature. Really nice. And actually, Essentia must be so damn close. Hang on. Supply of sodium and cromlin is expired. That's okay, which I think will mean the end of that civilian mining base completely. Essentia. Oh! Right, you didn't auto-pause because we don't set it a percentage. You literally just dropped below 30%, which means your suitability is perfect. So what I'm curious about at this point is if anyone's actually going to bring civilians out here on their own. And I think the logic is actually you need one infrastructure or one person living there for the private citizens to come. So even with a perfect accessibility, civilian ships don't know that you necessarily want to have people there yet, right? As soon as you bring infrastructure, they're like, oh, you want some people on this planet? Cool, we can bring some people there. And then once there's someone living there, they're like, oh yeah, that's cool, we can do that too. But that is that. Essentia is a perfectly livable planet right now. I mean, it doesn't have the greatest air pressure, right? Total pressure is 0.34. The air is a bit thin. I don't know how high you have to get on Earth to hit about 1/3 sea level pressure. It's not that high. I'm pretty sure if you're like a big mountain climber, I think you might hit that low. Maybe not quite that low. But the oxygen's a little bit richer, so you have a higher percentage of oxygen than you do on Earth. So you don't need quite as much air pressure, maybe. I don't know. Seems reasonable to me. Temperature is a little bit cold in Essentia, which is kind of inappropriate because Essentia is cold all the time, so she would much prefer a warmer planet, but there we have it. So, the question is, what are we going to terraform next? And that we'll have to wait until next time, folks. It might be something else in Wolf 359, but I think we're going to move to the Leighton system and go to work over there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.